And we're live. We're live. Hey,
Hey,
everybody. Welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. And this is Bill.
hello.
If you're new here or you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and help me and Keith feed our hungry hippos. And hit the thumbs up today as you're listening along. And in the description box, you're going to find a link to Bill's Instagram called Gnome and the Frog.
Mhm.
Follow him as well. I am going to talk for a second while we wait for some folks to get in so that Bill doesn't have to repeat himself. Hey, Lucille and Mary, welcome in. Today, Bill and I are going to be talking about using Pinstagram.
Mm,
Lord, I am such an amateur. Welcome to the
we can
amateur
say it
hour.
that way.
Huh?
I said we can say it that way.
We're going to be talking about Pinstagram.
Yeah.
Pinterest. Lord Almighty. We
That's
need to
okay.
edit this, but it's live.
That way you can make me feel relaxed before I get started because I'm a little on the nervous side here.
All right. Take two.
It's definitely going to be amateur hour with me.
We're going to be talking about Pinterest
Yes.
and Instagram and how to use those platforms to drive traffic to your selling platforms and increase your sales. I don't know how to use Pinterest. So Bill is going to take over first and share his screen and talk about how he's been using Pinterest to do this.
Yeah, I learned
He
this about a month ago.
Yeah,
So
he learned this, so he's using Pinterest with the boards and the blogs and the bloop and the boop, and he's going to show us how. And I'm going to learn something today too. I know that there are several people in my Facebook group, and one of the longtime viewers on this channel, Shelly, swears by Pinterest. She spends an hour every Sunday and schedules all her stuff out
mhm,
on Pinterest. You know
mhm.
Shelly, and she says she definitely sees an increase. There's people that swear you can drive more traffic from Pinterest to your stores than even Google drives there. So Bill will go first and talk about that. And we have a link and some other information for you. And then I'm going to talk about selling on Instagram. And a lot of y'all are going to be surprised to hear my thoughts on it. But we'll get to that when it's my turn. I'm going to say hi to everybody. Carla, Trish is here.
Hi,
Trish is
Trish.
Trish is here. Gail, Della, Dawn, and Leslie. Hey, Leslie. This is the lady I buy the plush from, everybody. Say hi.
Hi.
I just did an unboxing earlier this week. The rest of it's coming out later over the weekend. So that's the agenda today. Bill will teach you about Pinstagram. Jeez. I'll teach you about Instagram. And then we're going to do a giveaway. I'm going to give somebody a free month to Live Perfectly. All right. I'm showing your screen, Bill.
All right.
So show us what to do.
I cannot see. I'm watching the phone to see what I'm doing here. All right. Um, I have just learned this about a month ago. Watched a few videos and learned a way to drive traffic. I'm trying to drive traffic into our Etsy store more so. And I
But
found a way. Go
you
ahead.
can use this for any platform, right?
But yes, you can. Once I show you how to copy and paste the site that you have it on, you can use it for any of your platforms that you're selling on,
Okay.
whether it be eBay, in Poshmark, Macari, any of those. Um, and then I can show you how to you can track all your posts and stuff like that. And pardon me, I'm very nervous. So,
Okay. Well,
um,
just pretend you're
so,
talking to just me.
so what we want to do is you want to open up yourself an account on Pinterest, and then, excuse me, you're going to have a screen that looks like this. And then I'm not sure how I did it, but you can turn it into, instead of having a home feed, you can just make it a business hub, and then there's paperwork you can fill out. And then
Okay,
that,
so you turn it on to a business and you will have to fill out paperwork.
I believe that, yes,
Okay.
there's back office stuff that you fill out. Here it is right here, the business.
Business access, and then you have to do paperwork, which is normal with anything, even
Absolutely.
YouTube.
Yep.
I want to interject one thing. I see you have
Sure.
Gnome the Frog as your Pinterest, and I do recommend that to folks for branding.
Yes.
Whatever you're going to promote, like we're flipping hippos on social media, but our eBay and Poshmark and Macari stores are called the Hippo Hut.
Mm-hmm.
So I would call this the Hippo Hut because I want this to be for my buyers, not my YouTube subscribers.
Gotcha. Yeah, because the only issue we're having right now is on Etsy. It's Vintage Finds by Bill, but it's Gnome and the Frog. But the store shows up as, we're under Gnome and the Frog, but the store shows up as Vintage Finds by Bill. And we're thinking about changing the name, but we also don't want to lose all the followers that we have. So I think we're just going to let things be the way they are. That's the only issue we have as far as, branding your name. So with that being said, we're going to come over here and you're going to hit your profile. And then as you can see, we're Gnome and the Frog here. And these are all pins that I have already created. So what you want to do is you're going to come up to the search box. No, I'm sorry. You're going to come down to saved. And you're going to hit this plus sign. And you want to hit boards. So let's say, for instance, I have Pyrex. So what I want to do is I'm going to name this Pyrex Vintage. Okay.
So, for instance, like someone like me, I could create a Disney plush, a Looney
Right.
plush,
This,
a Build-A-Bear plush for
right.
it. Okay.
Right. And then you're going to hit, you don't want it to be secret. You're going to hit create. Okay. Now, what I want to do is, these are just some of the boards that has Pyrex in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this board and see how it went to vintage, Pyrex Vintage.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to do this with about 35 to about, they say between 40 and 50. You just come in here and you just come down and just click different items.
So you're saving these to the board.
These are going to save in, yes, they're going to save into the board that I just created called the Pyrex Vintage.
And these are other people's pins that you're saving.
Correct. And I'm just going to come down and click. And I'm going to hit done. Okay. And next I want to, so I got 8 pins in here, but this would, if I had time, I would do like 40 or 50. Okay. So now what I want to do, once I have created this board, now I want to put my item in this board. So I'm going to come up and hit create a pin. Okay. Then I'm going to go over to, oh, where is it? I'm just going to use one for an example. Right. So let's say this is a piece of Pyrex. You know what? I don't want to do that. I apologize. Let me find. I believe there's one on my desktop. All right, right here. It's Fire King, but we'll use this as an example. So then what I go and do is I go into my photos and I go to edit and I will write in here, or you could do Canva. This, you can hook up this to Canva, but this is another way around it if you don't have Canva at the time. So then what I'll do is I'll take this in and edit this, and I run a 20% sale on the store. So, excuse me. So I just type in there, 20% sale, click Etsy, and you'll take it to your link. So then what I want to do
I'm still not understanding how to create a. You uploaded the picture.
All right, let me see. Here, like I'll go to photos. And let's say this item, I want to put it on into Pinterest. So I'm going to double click it.
But is this, where's the link? Are you linking this to your Etsy?
Yeah, I'm going to, I didn't get there yet.
Okay.
So then I'm going to come up to edit. I'm going to mark this up. And then in the text, I'll just write what I want to write. And then the way I make it look, I'll save the picture and then I'll send this over. It's just like you're using Canva, but I just use my own system. All right, so what we want to do is I want to go and get the link for this picture to drive people to my store. So I'm going to come in up. Excuse me. I'm going to get to Etsy. And I'm going to go to my listings. And I'm going to punch in Fire King. Then I'm going to scroll down here. There's my bowl that I have. I'm going to open this up. Then I'm going to come up here, grab my description. Then I'm going to come over here to Pinterest, where did it go? Ah, hold on, guys.
What happened?
I clicked out of it, the one I was working on, and now I got to try and find. Here it is. All right, so then, hold on 1 second. Where did it go? All right.
All right, we're going to stop sharing your screen for a second while you.
Yeah, I figured this out. I'm sorry, guys.
All right, so far, to recap, you create a board based on a category you have that you sell in. So Bill would do Pyrex, I would do Disney Plush, right? And then you grab other people's pens. So it's kind of like the concept of sharing other people's stuff on Poshmark.
Mm-hmm.
So you put other people's pins in there, 35 to 50 of them, and you guys saw how quick it was. I mean, you could probably turn on a TV show and click away. And then you're going to start adding your own pins. You add the photo, and then you add the link, which we'll go back and show you as soon as he fixes this. Yeah, the picture is not coming in from List Perfectly. So for those of us that take our pictures on our phone, right, in the List Perfectly catalog, we're not going to have the picture saved on our phone or our computer. But here, let me show my screen while Bill's farting around.
I got it. I'm ready to go.
Okay, I want to show one thing real quick.
Go for
it. This is my screen. Okay. When you're in List Perfectly, if you didn't know this, you can grab this chain here in the left-hand corner and click on it, and it pulls your picture up big. And then you can just save it. You can also make it small and drag it back into stuff. So that's a real quick way to get your pictures from List Perfectly if you need to. Also, everybody that's interested in List Perfectly being able to cross post to Pinterest for you like it can to Instagram, please put the request in, because the more people that request a specific new thing from List Perfectly, the more like if one person wants something, they'll get to it. They pretty much implement all the requests. But if a lot of people are doing this is a feature request. You're going to go to help and news, down to contact us, go to feature request, and you'll fill out this form. And so if you're interested in this, I suggest everyone that's interested in go ahead and do this. And List Perfectly may implement this in the future so that we can cross post right from List Perfectly. to Pinterest. All right, we're on your screen again, Bill.
So sorry about the confusion there, guys. So I created the Pyrex just to show you how to make a description on how to make a board, because I already have this Fire King. So it gives me this down arrow. These are all, excuse me, these are all the different boards that I have already created. And these ones are old. So I think like this one here, and there's another one here that Poshmark, here it is. That Poshmark, I'll show you in a bit, that Poshmark created. Just when they share your closet, you get your own. I didn't even realize it until I opened up Pinterest that you get your own closet. I'm sorry, Poshmark gives you your own pin closet. So anyway, here's Fire King. So I'm going to put this in Fire King. I showed you how I copied. Now I'm going to come over here in description right here. And I'm going to paste everything in there. So there's my complete listing. So now I want to take my title. I'm going to copy this to put my title up in here. I'm already letting people know that this item is 20% off, and they can go to have everything in the store 20% off if they want. And I'll show you about clicking the Etsy link. So next, it wants you to add a little text under the picture. So what I've just been doing is just recopying the title right there, but you can put anything in there you want. This is where the magic is going to happen, right on this line here. So I go back to my Etsy account because that's where I want to drive the traffic. Let me publish this. So now I want to grab this one more time. Come on, computer, work for me. Something's not right. Okay. Oh, man. Let me try this again. There we go. Glitch in the system. All right, so I want to go to this item. Oh, I did it wrong. My bad. I need to go this way. So you want to go into your Etsy store. I was in the back office. Or whatever store you want to use. You want to go directly to that item. So I'm going to click this item on. Then I'm going to grab just like the numbers that you use on List Perfect. You need to grab these numbers for this. You can copy the whole link if you want, but to me it seemed like a long link. So I'm going to write where the number is. Oh, I'm going to copy that. Then I'm going to go back over to my Pinterest. And this is that line I was telling you about.
We're not looking at your Pinterest for some reason.
Oh, okay. It didn't come up?
We're still looking at your Etsy.
Maybe I moved too fast. Is it there now?
Are you looking at your Pinterest?
Yeah, I just had it on.
What we see is the. I think this is your Etsy.
It is. Let me get rid of it. Did it go away yet?
Yeah. So you'll have to share your screen again.
All right. Okay. So we have the link in here.
Wait, Bill.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Down to the bottom and push present.
Go down to the bottom of
StreamYard.
Okay. Share screen.
Yeah. Do your whole window.
Entire screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It won't hit. Share won't hit. It won't let me hit. It won't let me share. Why does it not let me share?
I don't know.
Well, this is a bummer.
Just try again. Because it
Go,
was
in,
fine a second ago.
go into present, share screen, and then I hit entire screen.
Yeah, that's best. But if it won't let you, try just the window or whatever.
Because my share button isn't lighting up. This is so weird. There it is. I'm sorry. My bad. I got it.
Yeah, you have to click the picture.
I got it now. There.
Okay.
We back up?
Yep.
Okay. So I need to get rid of that hash mark. All right. So I copied the link into the bottom here where it adds the link. Then I'm going to come up here. I will hit publish. As soon as the system, there it goes.
There we go.
And there's my pin. So to see my pin, this is what the people will see. Okay. Which is going, it's in with the, excuse me, that board that I created. It hit this Etsy link. And voila.
How do you know it's on your board? How do you double check that?
Well, I'll show you in a minute. And there is my item. Right to this, right, goes directly to the item. So to see the board itself, it should update by now. Oh, hold up. Let me get rid of this. I want to go to here. Oh, wait a second. All right, come back. Go back to your profile. Go to saved. And these are all my boards. And then this is the Fire King. This is where it should be. Oh, there it is. Right there.
Okay.
Now, what I can do is they recommend that these not be all in a row. And as you can see, I have different writing on these. So you can actually, oh shoot. You can actually grab it and I can move this anywhere I want. So if I find it, like I go through my boards once a week and I find that one of my items that has a description on it is way down here, I can actually pick it up and drag it and bring it back up to the top. That's something I just learned the other day. And the other thing is you can check your analytics of what your items are doing. And by doing that, because I'm still in my back office, come up here, you click this, and you go to overview. And this shows me all my activity in the last 30 days on all my pins.
Okay. Then, I have a question real quick.
Sure.
Do you go back in and delete pins of items that have sold, or you just leave them?
I was told that once you create a pin, it can't be deleted, but I'm not 100% sure of that. Because I have some of these pins that I have from back when I first started Poshmark sold. I don't know how to get rid of it. So that is a question I have to dig deeper into.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, I mean, even if you didn't, even if it was sold, it would still drive traffic to your store.
Correct.
And they could find similar items. Like if I had a Disney Plush board and they found a Mickey Mouse and clicked through to my eBay store, that Mickey Mouse might be sold, but they might be able to find a different Mickey Mouse.
Correct. And you don't have to use you don't have to use a specific item. You can just use your store itself. Just go to your store and then copy the entire link and then just put a picture of that. But if you want to sell the item, I'm driving the person directly to the item.
We have a question
for
you from Karen. She said she just joined. So, Bill, you have a selling board.
I have what?
A selling board. I think she missed where we were talking about it's different boards for different categories.
Okay. Yes. Yes, I do have a selling board for each category. So if you want to do like men's striped shirts, or if you want to do, like you said, Disney plush, that's where you create that board.
So you have a selling Pinterest. You would have a Pinterest that is separate from any personal Pinterest you've ever created. You would create one just for your business.
Yes.
And can you show us again where you go to make it a business account?
Yeah. Bump, bump, bump.
So you would create a brand new Pinterest.
So you're
Because
gonna
keep this separate from personal.
when you sign. Yep. And I believe it gives you the ability as soon as you sign in. You can do either business. You have the ability to change it. I can do business, or I can do home feed. So I keep it on the business, and then you can come over. Then you're going to have to come over here and fill out paperwork or whatever it is that they want.
It's paperwork. We're old people. We can call it
paperwork. Right. Digital work, digital paperwork.
We can do our paperwork. Leave us alone. Get off our lawn.
And they recommended you do what was it? They recommended you do like one a day, or even at least 3 a week, or you can do 2 a day, or you could do it. There's a way to do it where you can set it up. If you get the Canva, you can go in and create a week's worth of pins and just let the system take care of it. You can do it that way.
So you can schedule them through Pinterest, set up with Canva.
Yes, you link the Canva to the Pinterest, and you can do that
Do you have
too.
to have a paid Canva?
Somebody said you don't. The couple, if you can get away with doing it on the little, with the free version, I guess it is. Mm-hmm. By all means, try it. But I just do it in my back office. I don't write anything.
I do use Canva to make all of my YouTube thumbnails, but I do not have the paid version because anything they're going to charge me for, I can find on my own.
Sure.
And images and text and so forth. And then Donovan and Hustlers are saying you can delete a pin. So pull up your pins. Okay. Let's see if we can delete one real quick.
Okay.
I don't know that you want to, but let's try it.
Let's try it. Why not? Let's see. All right. So I want to go over to me. And go to saved pins.
Okay. The edit button on the picture, and then hit delete on the left-hand side.
The edit button on the picture. Oh, okay. There it is.
Oh, it was on the bottom left behind our heads here.
Yeah. Let me do it again because there's another one that I don't need.
Here, let me change the screen so they can see what you're doing. There we go.
As soon as I get back to it. All right. Which one did I want to delete?
That's a good idea.
What's that?
To gain subscribers to YouTube by promoting your YouTube and Pinterest.
There you go. You can even you can put videos up too. That's
a great idea. Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome.
The gentleman that I followed, he's a designer by trade, and he puts videos up, and there's a whole segment on that. Basically, all I did was had a post on Pinterest, and I found a gentleman that I like to listen to. So you're going to click on the edit button, and then over here in the left-hand corner,
delete.
Bye-bye.
Yay. This is why we do these live shows, because we learn from the people in the comments as much as they learn from us sometimes, right?
Yep. So now I want to come over and I want to see how my progress is going. Analytics. Overview. And then you can do 7 days, 30 days, and this is all just like the back office of anything else. It shows you all your impressions and how much engagement. My top board is my Posh Closet, obviously. I'll show you why it's the top board. And then this gives you kind of the metrics of who visited.
Okay.
Who visited the site itself, and these are all my tops. Like this pair here, I don't even have it anymore. So, and then it shows you the impressions each item got. And then if you scroll down further, here it is right here. This is the boards that I created. And then here's the one Poshmark created for us. So it tells me that I have I had 19,000 impressions, and then it shows me how much engagement, and then how many people out of this 323 actually went and clicked on one of my items. And this shows me how many people have saved my items.
And how do we make Poshmark go over there?
Poshmark has it. It's on your back office of your Poshmark app, or you have the choice of where you want to select to share your items.
How,
Trying to you caught me. Hold on.
I do know that once upon a time I had my Poshmark set up once upon a time that every time we listed a new item there, it would go to Twitter. And I got myself banned from Twitter because it was too much, because it was when we were first moving everything to Poshmark. This was in like 2018. I can't get my Twitter back still to this day. Like it got because of what do you call it when you post too much?
Spam? Not spam.
Yeah, spam. And they kicked me off the platform and they won't let me back on. It's been like 5 years, so at this point I'm like Twitter.
I believe when you go in and share an item, I don't know if you can see because I'm not here.
Can you do it on the computer?
Let me see. Yeah, you know what?
You do it on the phone and I'll do it on the computer.
Yeah, no, I just realized I can.
Give me you want to do it then?
You can fill the airtime while I get to where I need to.
Okay, we're still sharing your screen, so don't go to any tabs you don't want people to see.
Oh, we'll have something to talk about then.
Pinterest, you can go live too. Oh, that's awesome.
So here I am.
I'm gonna get into Pinterest, y'all. So, sharing settings is what Leslie's saying.
Can you all see my screen?
No.
On Poshmark?
No.
Okay, so I gotta go back over to stream, right?
We're still sharing your screen, but we're still looking at Pinterest.
Okay, let me hit present.
Okay, first you gotta click stop screen.
Stop screen. Where's stop screen?
Where present used to be. It's next to it, to the left.
I have setting. Oh, leaves. No, I don't want to leave studio. Uh-oh. I hope I didn't. All right, good. I'm on present.
Okay, do present again.
Do that. Oh, there it is. Stop cam. Is that what I want?
Do what now?
Stop cam?
No.
Okay.
Just set it up to show your screen again.
All right. Let's see if this will work.
I've already found it.
Okay.
So in Poshmark, and what I see a bunch of people are telling us too.
Here we go.
I don't think I've played around with this in 6 years, because the last time I had it connected to anything was Twitter, and it spammed my Twitter so bad I got kicked off.
Wow.
But yeah, you go into your Poshmark.
Can you see the screen?
No. Yeah.
Okay. Yes?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to come. So
I'm on the phone, but you just go down to sharing settings.
Yep.
And you can connect Pinterest, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, or Facebook.
All here on the bottom. Yep. And that's how you do it.
On the computer, or you can do it on your phone.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Getting back to finding out how your posts are doing. So this is my top one, and then I can click down here, and it just shows me how.
We're still looking at your Poshmark.
Excuse me?
I don't know why your screen isn't toggling when you're moving.
Yeah, hold on. For some reason, I got to go in and.
You shouldn't have to, because watch what happens with mine. When I go to different tabs, you guys are looking at different stuff, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why yours. Okay, I'm going to put a link in the chat. Why am I yelling?
There you go.
I'm going to put a link in the chat.
I'll be done here.
This is a YouTube video you guys can watch. I really don't support this guy or know who he is. So don't blame me if you don't like him. But this is a pretty good video on everything you need to know about Pinterest boards. So you can watch that in your free time this weekend. Hey, my mom just told me to stop yelling. Flippin' mama, stop. I will holler if I want to holler.
Can my screen come back?
Yeah, we're about the halfway mark. So
Yeah, I'm going to finish up right here. I just wanted to show this real quick. Just the stats of what you can find out in the back office. And then this just shows me all the different um, boards that I have up and how much activity it has. And then, like I said, this just shows you the top ones. You can come in here. You can see how many females follow you, how many males follow you. So you can kind of create the kind of board that you want after, like, give it like a month of just putting stuff up. And then you can categorize what target you want to hit and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty cool back in this back office. So other than that, I've been doing it for about a month, and I do see a little bit. I saw some drive traffic into my Etsy store.
So you think you have seen a difference?
Yeah, I have.
So I just have a real quick question, and then we're going to get into Instagram.
Yeah.
Just your personal opinion.
Okay.
If I was to create a board, say for just my Disney plush,
Right.
should I have one for eBay, Poshmark, Mercari separately, or should I just do one board and then put in different?
I would have one board and just pull all the different, like maybe one day put an eBay one up, and then maybe a Mercari one, and then a Poshmark one, like that. Yes, I would. That's how I would.
But not the same plush 3 times.
No.
Different.
No, I would do different pictures with a different plush. Because then you're giving them variety.
I know what I could do.
Because you're giving them a variety of what you have in your store.
Yeah. I gotcha. I know what I'm gonna do. All right, we're gonna get into Instagram because we're already after 5 o'clock.
Hopefully, I did a good job.
You did fine. All right, so actually, I have some things to say. Oop, I just removed Bill. There we go. I have some things to say before I share my screen and show you Instagram. Okay. Good. I am a firm believer in keeping your personal. This is a good segue, Mandy. Thank you. Mandy gave me a good segue. I really believe in keeping personal and business separate. So I would absolutely recommend your Pinterest board be set up for a business account and be in the name of your stores.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it is kind of difficult when you're an influencer or you're like Bill and you have your reselling Instagram. It's not to sell. It's not set up for the buyers. So anything I do under the umbrella of Flippin' Hippos is part of the reselling community, part of the List Perfectly community. It's part of me being, I hate the word, but it is what it is. It's part of me being an influencer and a YouTuber. Okay, but I want to keep that separate from my selling. I want to keep my business, the 2 parts of my business separate as well as my personal. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And here's the biggest reason why. I don't want my buyers on my Flippin' Hippos Instagram because I don't need them to see the reels and the posts that I make showing off and bragging about my 99-cent thrift finds that they just bought for $40.
Yeah.
I don't need my buyers stumbling upon my YouTube where I teach others how to source, how to thrift, how to buy wholesale, how to get stuff on the cheap and flip it on the medium to the high. So
I was making that mistake. I was putting finds that I found for like $6, and then the next day I'm putting up a post. Oh, I just sold this for $70 on eBay.
Yeah, you don't want your buyers to see how you resell or how you thrift. You just want them to buy from you.
Yep.
And on the flip side, you really don't want to push your items to sell on anybody in the community that you've built up as part of your platform where you learn from each other. So people that follow my Flippin' Hippos Instagram, they're not there to buy from us. They're there to learn from me. They're there to see what I thrifted. They're there to see what I sold. They're there to get information on my new YouTube videos and to see my reels and all of that. So it's 2 separate entities. So you really, really have to keep them separate. That is the biggest thing I want to say before I show you this. All right. So
before you go any further, I have to say hello to Flippin' Mama.
Okay. Say hi.
Hi. Sorry, I didn't see it.
So this is my Flippin' Hippos Instagram. This is my Instagram that is in tandem with my YouTube and the community. So this is for learning reselling, right? I'm such a dork. But this is where I connect with the community. I do my motivational posts. I teach people how to thrift. I do reels. This is for resellers. That's the best way to put it. This is for resellers. I'm not going to try to sell my items on here to you guys because you're not here for that. You're here to learn. You're here to see this kind of stuff. Then I have one for selling, which you can see that I have failed at really doing anything with, but it's set up correctly the way it should be. So Flippin' Hippos is for resellers. And I could show a little bit of my personality there because, you know, people get to know you and they can see your hamster. And if you have dogs, people love pets. Absolutely. Always share your pets. Hashtag reseller pets. People love it. But this is for the business. So this is the Hippo Hut. This is what our stores are called on eBay and Poshmark, I believe. Yeah, we're the Hippo Hut everywhere. So I set up my Instagram for the Hippo Hut. So it is separate. The one piece of advice I have gotten from Clara, if you guys don't know who Clara is, she is the CEO, co-CEO, and co-founder of List Perfectly. And prior to starting List Perfectly with Amanda, she and her partner were resellers. So it is List Perfectly is created by resellers for resellers. And Clara had a very successful business called the Clothing Vault. And she drove a lot of her sales and a lot of her traffic from her Instagram she had set up. In fact, should we try to find it and look at it real quick? Because honestly, most of what I'm going to tell you, I've learned from Clara. This isn't her. There it is. This is her. So most of what I'm going to teach you today, I've actually learned from Clara and Doug. But this is Clara's Instagram that she used to drive traffic and sell from. Nowadays, it's so much easier if you have List Perfectly because you can select Instagram when you're cross posting and copy. And it's not going to work. It's going to do what it did to Bill. Why is our stuff not working when we're live? I can't stand it. Stuff never wants to work when I'm live. Okay, we'll go back here. That's my maiden name.
Real quick, I wanted to say one step I did forget. When you create that board, if you scroll down, there's a description box there. When you're creating that board, that's where you put your keywords to draw what you want, just like any other platform. And that's the part I forgot to show.
Okay. You know what? Everybody, like I said earlier, everybody that would like to start using Pinterest, put that request into List Perfectly. So their team knows that there's a bunch of us that are. I'm gonna smack somebody. I'm gonna smack somebody.
So you have your Instagram is linked to your
List Perfectly.
Okay.
No. It's whatever one you were on last. It's a Chrome extension. So it's just like if you have two eBay stores, whichever eBay store you had open last is what List Perfectly is going to use that you're signed into.
Okay.
For some reason, this is going to my Dots and Murder. But let's pretend it went to my Hippo Hut. This is what it looks like when you cross post. It puts your whole description in there for you. It gives you hashtag recommendations. And then you would just share it. And so I'm going to discard this.
So so what Claire has is an Instagram store?
No. She used her Instagram to drive traffic to her eBay.
Gotcha.
And sales.
Okay.
Okay, I'll get there. So these two were created from, I copied this jersey and this jersey from List Perfectly to Instagram, and it copies all this over for you.
Okay.
And last week, when I showed you guys how to set up the individual footers on List Perfectly for the different platforms, I have my Instagram to say this. To purchase, click on our eBay link in our bio. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll pull it up real quick, but I have to stop sharing my screen because to get there, you have to go through your account on List Perfectly. I don't want to make sure there's no private information showing, like our address or anything. Dun, 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 or, okay, that should be okay. So let me go back to my screen. So you go to your account and List Perfectly. Under account, go to my account, and then there will be tabs at the top here. You go to settings, and down here, you can put in these individual footers. So whatever your description is on your listing and List Perfectly when it copies over, on these platforms, it will add this to the end. And you would want this because, oh, mine's actually not set. Let's set it. I must have typed this in on my own like a dummy. Why would you type anything in when you could set it here? So, because you might want your eBay to say, we do international shipping through global shipping. We do free returns on most of our listings, so we have 100% money back guarantee. I don't want that on Poshmark, but on Poshmark, I want to say bundle items and save, right? I'm off on a tangent. But yeah, you can set up these different footers. So set up your Instagram one to say, to purchase, click on our eBay link in our bio. Okay, so now you have 3 choices for your sales on Instagram. When you put these individual links over here, you can choose to do direct sales, which I think is the biggest hassle, pain in the ass, headache, and I would never recommend anyone to do it, but it is an option. You can tell folks right in here in the text to send you a direct message if they're interested in purchasing with their PayPal email. You can log into your PayPal and send them an invoice. And then once they pay you through the invoice, you can create a shipping label on Pirate Ship and ship them the item. That creates extra work. Now you've got to deal with direct messages. You got to make sure you're doing first in, first out, and you're not, I think it's extra work and you have to do the invoice and everything, but that you can do it that way. The other option is to just have a straight up link in your Instagram. Well, this is cool.
To put, and I'm sure you're going to get there, and I might be jumping.
Yeah.
To put that link in your bio, do you have to have a certain amount of followers, or is
No.
that just like Pinterest?
It's everybody has a link in your bio on Instagram.
Okay.
Right?
Well, yeah, okay, because my link tree is what I'm thinking more of the link tree. I have the link.
Yeah,
tree.
I'm gonna get there.
But I know I'm jumping the gun.
Yeah.
So you can do it individual. Okay.
So your bio on your Instagram
right.
could be either just a link to your eBay store.
Gotcha.
Your Poshmark, your Etsy. See, this is where it goes.
Gotcha.
Or the other option is to create a link tree and put that in there. And every time you add, where did my thing go? You could have this just be a link tree.
Right.
And every time you add a new item here, you would add that item's direct link in your store to your link tree.
Gotcha.
Okay, so those are your 3 options. Direct sales with invoicing through PayPal. One just straight link to your store, but then they kind of have to dig for the item, which kind of can turn people off. If they see this Clippers jersey and they click this and they're like, oh, now I got to actually search for the Clippers jersey. People are lazy. They don't want to do that. So they might, where is it? I don't know. Might have sold. But anyway, the point is, if you create a link tree, they can then just go in there and look. I don't use Linktree. I don't like it anymore. It's pineapples. I said it's pineapples. Any Kevin Hart fans in the house? He's got a whole stand-up where his safe word is pineapple. So anytime I don't like anything, I say it's pineapples because I love Kevin Hart. I'm always quoting him. We use this link R, and I like it so much more. You can see I clicked it from my Instagram. It works on the phone as well, and it will give you this will give you a QR code. So if you go to Reseller Remix, FlipCon, or the listing party event, the camping event, if you go to any reselling event, you can create a QR code with this and have people scan it off your phone, and you can put in anything you want in here, including your latest video.
I'm sorry, I was reading something on the side. Where do you get this platform you have up here?
I'm going to show you. Give me a minute. Let me go off of here so you're not watching me dig around. I have a video on how to do it.
Okay.
They have a free version. They have a paid version. Mine is the free. You don't remember me showing this in when I spoke at Boston?
What was the app again?
Link R.
Oh, yes. Okay. I'm sorry, I was reading one of the comments over here.
Clearly.
I apologize.
Replace link. I gotta find the video.
Because we have somebody that signed up, changed their personal to a business account.
How to set up. Nope.
Which I think is fantastic.
No, I can't find it. Why can't I find anything I want to find?
Yeah, this is just another way to get yourself out there and make another stream of income, especially the way things are. You know, the more eyes on your product. They were saying, I saw a thing on Instagram, just where I wrote it down. They said 130 million people visit Instagram, and 80% of the people use Instagram to buy their products, which I thought those numbers were pretty good. So,
all right, I want to address some questions real quick.
Yep, go for
Sorry
it.
to cut you off, but we're at already 5:23, and I'm not done with my part.
It's fine. I apologize.
Let's Perfectly does post to Instagram. Does it post to Facebook? But that was my next point anyway. So you can set your Instagram up to post to your Facebook. So like when I post on my Flippin Hippos Instagram, it posts automatically to my Facebook for me. Right. Yeah, it does. It does. It posts to Facebook and Instagram. So yeah, you can set up your Instagram. So you can have your. I do have Hippo Hut Instagram to go with my Hippo Hut Facebook, and they're all connected. I have all these tabs open, so I'm trying to clean up a little bit so I can get my train of thought back. I have little notes here. Okay, that was the other thing I wanted to mention. So you should have, this is what I learned from Clara. You should have a couple of personal photos interspersed, like behind the scenes. It doesn't have to be you. It should not be you thrifting, as a matter of fact. Because again, you don't want your buyers to see you thrifting or how cheap you're getting stuff for. But you can have pictures of you with a stack of jeans, or holding up a jersey, or holding up a t-shirt, or holding a coffee mug, whatever you sell. Maybe once a week, maybe even once every other week. Not a lot, just once in a while, maybe once, a couple times a month. Put up a picture of you with the product, showing that you're a real human being. Clara seems to think that buyers like to see that you're a real person. And if you look at hers, the clothing vault, she actually does, and you can see they're few and far between. Like, you really have to scroll. But she does have pictures in here eventually of her. I'm not going to keep going and going and going if I don't see any. But she does have some behind the scenes in here. You just don't want a lot, but you want people to see that you're a real person. She puts some funny stuff sometimes. You only want to post one. There's one. And she's got the clothing vault t-shirt on, right? So she's got merchandise to match her store name on in that picture. and she's saying check out our new website and advertising her business. So you can do stuff like that, but you want to do them few and far between. You want to show them that you're a real person, and maybe wear a shirt with your store name on it if you want. Advertise your business, advertise your website, advertise your eBay, but have more merchandise than your face. And as far as posting stuff for sale on Instagram, you want to only do one a day. You can maybe do 2 a day when you're in growth mode, when you're first growing and you want to get your Instagram built up, but you don't want to do more than 1 or 2 a day because you don't want to flood it and you don't want to spam it. You just want to kind of build it up slowly. You do not need a lot of followers. This is so super important. You guys, if you're using good hashtags, you do not need followers on Instagram. It's not like the Instagram I have for resellers, where I drive traffic to my YouTube and I interact with people and I make money for my videos and all that good stuff. The more people I have following me, the better. But when you're selling on Instagram, you don't need thousands and thousands of followers if you're using good hashtags. If you put this mug up for sale and you hashtag Marvel Comics, hashtag Marvel Avengers, hashtag Deadpool, hashtag coffee mug, hashtag collectors, the people that are on Instagram looking for this type of item will find you. So I recommend doing a little bit of research. You can Google it. There's tons of information out there on how to create the best hashtags. But if you have good hashtags, if you're selling this guy, hashtag plush toy, stuffed animal, hashtag Christmas, hashtag poop emoji, people will find you. So learn your hashtags and put those in on your listings like I did on these. And people will find you. You do not need to have a lot of followers to sell on Instagram. You can literally start your new business Instagram today with your first listing and hashtag it the heck out of it, and you might make a sale.
I'm throwing up a link that I found. Oh, where is it? I should have just went through. It's a hashtag site. You punch in the name that you want, and it gives you up to 30 hashtags, and it's free. The link that I just put in. Did it go through?
Yep. All right, I'm going to answer this question. So all our social media accounts and all our selling accounts are the same name. So all our social media accounts that are meant for resellers as part of my influencer persona are Flippin Hippos. And all our selling accounts are the Hippo Hut. So we're completely branded on both sides of the coin.
When the t-shirts and hats coming out?
Good grief. You want to see something that's been on my to-do list for 10 years?
We want to see some merch. We want to
10
see
years.
some merch.
I actually really want to create t-shirts that say don't be a turd. Because I'm always saying don't be a turd. I'm trying to get to the front here real quick.
But yeah, we need merch. That's our goal too. Dave and I, we want to get some merch up too. We just don't know how we want to merchandise it.
Yeah, I want to create t-shirts. I actually want to create t-shirts, mugs, pens, and bullet journals.
Okay.
Or blank journals to create bullet journals from, I should say. But this has been in my book forever. You see it?
Yep.
Merch.
I think that's great. Hey, no, absolutely. Why not? Everybody else is doing it too.
I never get around to any. This is my to do and projects. Actually, I finally did do something on here. I feel like I never get around to this list. The very last one is done.
Okay. Set up. Gotcha.
Dots and murder.
Yes.
And actually, I'm going to be in my office tomorrow morning. I'm going to try to finish the script I have on Jack the Ripper and get the very first episode out of True Crime on my Dots and Murder channel.
There you go. And now you cross it off and you celebrate.
Yeah. And anybody want a link? No, I'll give you links when it's actually published. Or
anyway, the Pinterest thing I think is very interesting. I really am interested now with the Instagram too. But it just gives you that other platform to move your product and gets more eyes onto it and drives traffic. It can drive traffic to one of the sites, and it's great. It is great.
All right, I'm gonna draw a winner. I'm gonna draw a winner. Ready? Let's go. Who's gonna win a free month of List Perfectly? Leslie! Leslie Paris wins. Yay!
Very, very good.
I know you already used List Perfectly. No, I can't find where I need to go, Leslie. But you can still get out of your bill for 1 month. So, I think I have your email. Hey, that's super cool. Side note, real quick, on my new channel called Dots and Murder, which I'll promote out this as soon as I get an episode up, I'll be talking about true crime. I'll also be reviewing horror movies, anything that falls under murder, while I complete my dot paintings. If you guys don't know what those are, they're these. So I work on these and talk about true crime and review horror movies. I got a bunch of stuff pre-recorded, some scripts written. I just got to get shit together and get one up. But I'll promote it out when it's ready. And I just decided that I was going to kind of go through time and start with the very first serial killer known, who is Jack the Ripper.
So what's the channel going to be called?
It's Dots and Murder.
That is the title. Okay.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Yeah. So now we got it. Now you got to brand that.
I already have it branded. Donna, you put me on the spot. Now I'm like brain farting. There we go. It is already branded.
That's great. That's fantastic.
It is already on Instagram. People follow. No one's following.
That's
it's
great.
Dots and Murder. And here's the YouTube channel.
That is fantastic.
Dots and Murder. Dots and Murder, because I do my dots and talk about murder. Eventually I'll talk about hauntings and stuff, you know. I got a lot of stuff ready for it, already pre-recorded and stuff.
That's great. Well, best of luck.
Huh?
I said best of luck with it. Push it out there.
Yeah, and so I'll be talking about serial killers, unsolved hauntings, horror movies, probably some books once in a while.
Okay.
That's why I called it, well, Dots and Murders, actually, because for years I've done these dot paintings as a craft at night, and when I listen to true crime while I do it, and Keith always referred to it as my Dots and Murder time. Doing dots and murder. Hey, you doing dots and murder? So call it Dots and Murder, right?
That's great.
So I created the channel to call it Dots and Murder, but by calling it Dots and Murder, that's a huge umbrella. That could cover horror movies, Stephen King books, true crime, hauntings, all kinds of stuff. So I'll be able to talk about everything I'm passionate about while I'm doing my crafts. It'll eventually be a podcast too.
That's awesome. No, I think that's fantastic. Thinking outside the box. That's great.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's something I've always wanted to do, a podcast or a YouTube channel on is something I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about reselling, but this is my business. This is my...
No, I get it. And as we know, social media, I don't know if anybody out there follows Gary Vee, but social media is, I mean, big businesses are using, they're paying mega bucks to get time on, you know, and the what do they call influencers and stuff like that. They're pushing product. It's out there, you know. It only takes one video. Friend of mine, we talked him into doing sports because he loves his sports, and he started an TikTok channel, and his third video in less than an hour had almost 2,000 hits on it. So, I mean, you get the right product on Instagram or Posh, you know, Pinterest and all, follow the trends. All that's in the back office. You can, which I really didn't go over, but just like with Instagram, it's in the back office. It shows you how to use trends weekly, monthly, yearly, what boards you can use, what top boards you can use. We can go over that another time.
Yes. So, Bill.
Yes.
What you doing this weekend?
What am I doing this weekend? I'll work on Saturday, and Sunday we'll probably just relax. Tonight, I asked Dave what kind of movie he wants to watch, so he's going to surprise me.
So date night tonight?
Date night tonight.
Oh, tell Bill hi from me. Or tell David hi from me.
And then
hi.
and then Sunday we'll probably just do light work. We got stuff around the house we can do. Next weekend, though, go to the babysit the grandchildren.
That's fun.
And I'm going to be a grandfather soon.
Again,
number
You're
5.
Already.
Yes.
Another one.
Number 5.
Oh,
April 10th, 11th, 17th, somewhere in that area. So
that's soon.
Yep. First daughter of the family.
Aww.
Granddaughter, I should say.
So tonight we're going to the casino.
Yay!
They sent us a bunch of free play. So we said, you know what? The last time we went there, we didn't spend any of our own money. We just spun off our free play. They give you money to try to entice you to come. And so last time we were given $25 a piece, and I spun off my free play. I didn't spend any of my own money, and I won $40 and came home with $40. So I told Keith, they offered us $40 if we go tonight. And I said, let's go. I mean, that's $40 to spin off of somebody else's money.
Sure.
We won't spend any of our own. If I lose it all, it wasn't mine to begin with. And if I win something, then I get to come home with extra cash. But if I lose it all, again, it wasn't mine. And it's a couple hours of entertainment basically for free because their slot machines are really fun up there. There's a haunted house one I like. But we're also going to eat dinner. We have a really favorite. That is not English. We have a restaurant that's in the casino that we really like. It's our second favorite burgers to Burgatory.
Oh, great. What time are you heading out?
As soon as we're done here.
Okay, nice.
As soon as we're done here, we'll go down there and we'll get on the waiting list for the restaurant. They have such good burgers. We'll spend off free money. And then because today's Friday, I won't really walk on my treadmill, but we'll probably try to walk a mile around the casino after dinner. After we spend, we'll just walk around and people watch and get some walking in because it's raining and cold out too. So that's tonight. And tomorrow I'm going to be working on my true crime podcast.
That's awesome.
And Sunday's Goodwills, and then the day with Keith's grandparents.
There you go. Real quick, you were talking about walking. Our Vegas trip, we walked 20 miles in 4 days.
That's a lot.
Yes.
That's
and then then I come home and I go to maybe walking a half mile a day or a mile a day around the neighborhood if I'm lucky. But yeah, it was Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 20 miles. So, well, everyone have a fantastic weekend.
Yes, everyone have a really good weekend. Thank you so much for joining us here live today, and I hope you learned something. If you go back and watch this, or you go and try to implement anything Bill and I showed you or taught you today, and you find yourself stuck, you can always come back and leave a comment here. Because this will go up on the YouTube channel, and the replay will be there, so you can rewatch the screen shares if you need help. You can leave comments. Join our Facebook group. It's called Flippin Hippos Reseller Pod. You can go in there and tag me or Bill and ask any questions you have. We can get a whole thread going on Pinterest if you want. I'm sure Shelly will like to chime in. She's our Pinterest expert. But yeah, and if you're watching the replay, hey, thanks for coming in and watching the replay. But those of you that were here live, thank you so much. Congratulations to Leslie again. Leslie, just send me a quick direct message on Facebook real quick, just to make sure I have your email address so that I can set you up. And Bill.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on.
You're welcome.
Give us some words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom for the day. The future belongs to... Yeah, wait a second. Now, how's it go? See, now you caught me off guard. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. That's what I was trying to say. Let me say that again. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams.
Okay. And my words of wisdom are don't be a turd. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Bye.
Bye.